Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about quite a few things, but I think first I'm going to start off in saying that today was supposed to be a kind of beginner's guide tutorial, such maybe a starter pack for the Asus ROG Ally, but as it currently stands, there's a lot of things kind of in the way of that. First, I'd like to touch on accessories. I previously made a video talking about the Asus ROG Ally's accessory crisis, if you will, and the fact that it appears that most manufacturers or brands didn't get preview units. Right now, that's just speculation, but due to the lack of cases, and I don't just mean carrying cases, I mean cases for the actual device, something like what I've shown previously on my Steam Deck and my Nintendo Switch, sorry. There is nothing out there. There are claims to be screen protectors that fit, but mine has yet to ship, so I've fashioned a OLED switch protector on there, and I think that works great for the time being. Lines up great, just doesn't cover all the bezels, but at least it's something to keep the fingerprints at bay from the actual screen itself. As far as a carrying case, I have used my Steam Deck case, which I have set in the most inconvenient spot possible. And I'll grab that and show this to you guys. So this actually does fit. Now, not perfectly, but as soon as you get it in there, it kind of nestles in. The joysticks don't fit, but there are all these upper spots. And as soon as you get that in, you can just grab it and be on your way. So if any of you guys have these Steam Deck cases and are feeling pressured maybe to purchase the one from Best Buy, I would say try throwing it in there for right now if you don't mind. I definitely do not. And on that topic, Best Buy, that appears to be one of the only places at the moment that you can get your hands on one of those carrying cases. Now, there's a couple theories that people in the comments have had as to why that might be. At least the general consensus that I've seen at the moment is Asus kind of planned this so that they could sell more units of their carrying case before other ones got out there. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but if you take a look at the device, the specs, what the actual package is when you're unboxing it, what you're getting, I'd say that they're coming pretty close to taking a loss on this device, or maybe they are. I'm not entirely sure the business sense on this, if it makes sense. Obviously, they made a bunch of these, so some dialogue happened in there, and we were able to get our device at $700. Now, the controller with the OLED screen launched around the same time as this device and was shown off in a lot of previews. YouTubers who were given these as preview units or given them by Asus to review, they also reviewed the controller, and they also reviewed little plugs and stuff like that. But a lot of that was to try to get you to buy these accessories separately. I feel like that's going to be the place where they make a lot of their money back on this device. And I urge you not to purchase those. Unless you're really adamant on supporting Asus right now through their motherboard crisis and everything that they're going through, I would wait. From a lot of the reviews on the cases that I've seen, some people feel like they're made cheaply, which I honestly, just from seeing and comparing what I've seen to what I have, the Steam Deck case, that would appear, no pun intended, to be the case. So where does that leave us? If you don't have anything and you don't have any mind spending 60, 50, however many dollars that case was, go for it, buy that case. For me, I will be continuing to carry it around in the Steam Deck case until all these manufacturers, however many months later it takes, I will wait. I absolutely need a case on this thing, not a carrying case, but an actual case for the device, because I am fairly clumsy and I don't necessarily trust myself all that much. So for right now, I'm just going to have to be as careful as possible, and I urge every single one of you to do the same. I know that might sound like that needs to be said without saying, but yes, I am fairly nervous with taking this device here with me, which is the whole point, right? There's no rubber edges on the corners. There's nothing. There's really they're almost treating this device as if it's a laptop, and that it doesn't need a case. The device is fine as is. I'm fairly nervous. This is a very light device. It doesn't come off as fragile at all. I've enjoyed using it. The performance is incredible. So at least for right now, I will just say this. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that the cases that do come out will be garbage, literally garbage, from whatever China factory is mass producing them right now because they see an opportunity in the market. I would expect in the next week or two to maybe see some 3D printed cases show up on eBay or stuff like that. If this is a discussion that you feel is not incredibly important, I don't really have any way to persuade you. And I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to give you guys my opinion. My opinion is that a device like this needs to be protected. A home computer and Xbox, there's a reason they don't just leave all the parts sitting there. It comes in a cohesive package and you set it there and you leave it. This comes in a cohesive package and you take it with you everywhere. I made an analogy with a Verizon store in my other video. If you're going into a phone store to purchase a phone, one of the only other things that is guaranteed to be in that store is what I just said, a phone case. They don't want you to leave the store. Maybe they do. Maybe that's maybe they make money if you whatever. But as far as a consumer, they know that you're not going to want to leave the store without having a case on your brand new $500, $600, $1,000 plus phone, whatever. And me, I feel like I'm naked. I left the store without the case. I do like the white. I feel like, however, if you are someone who actually works with your hands outside, maybe get some grease on your hands or whatever, I know that doesn't necessarily sound like something that would happen every day, but at least for me, I try to be as clean as possible, and I feel like this is just going to get stained up, you guys. I don't know how. I'm going to try my best to keep this as clean as possible, like I have with my Steam Deck, but I love the white aesthetic. I really do. I just don't know how that's going to age over time. I don't know if Asus planned on this being people's main gaming device or main handheld device for the next coming year, 2 years, 3 years, however long, but I plan on keeping this thing indefinitely. I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed this device. So the color choice is interesting. No cases is a big blunder, a big overlook from Asus just for the customer, right? If they really were trying to make a few extra bucks by not providing that case on the specs to the manufacturers on time, for me that's a little upsetting as a consumer because I'm not going to be able to have something to keep this safe, and nobody else is. There was a couple comments I might take the time to address, maybe not like word for word verbatim and who this that, but there was a couple people saying that video was unnecessary, that this discussion was unnecessary, that you should just keep the device safe, don't go somewhere that you would break it. And I feel like that all of that gets thrown out the window when you just take a look at insurance, stuff like that. Like, you could literally apply that argument to anything. Oh, you just bought a car, don't get insurance. You bought it, you're alive, you don't need life insurance. It's just like dumb little things like that I don't really feel like even need to be said, but I'm addressing them now because I know they'll probably pop up. I know me comparing this to somebody's life will definitely get a laugh out of somebody, but for right now, I'm just going to try and be as careful as possible. I have noticed that the little black corners, all this little black plastic really does not like scratches. I've actually had to make sure my microfiber cloth isn't scratching them. The D-pad I felt like was getting scratched up, but then after cleaning it off again, it appears to be fine. Just this super soft rubber or plastic definitely does show wear. So just another thing that I think the Steam Deck did better was just the plastics that they chose for those. As far as how the buttons are feeling, I know this is kind of off topic. Oh my gosh, I love these buttons. I was super nervous. A lot of the reviews I saw, people were saying, especially Linus, dude, he made me feel like the device was some cheap China product. Like he was saying his X button was sticking. This looks great. The buttons feel great. The D-pad, everyone was talking down on the D-pad. As soon as I get my Street Fighter footage uploaded to you guys, this is great. You actually get directions. Right, down, down right, down left. And it's one push, and you're pushing two buttons at once. the directional D-pad actually is directional for once. I know this video kind of jumped around in all sorts of directions, but some of you guys just like to listen to people talk, so I'm giving you the opportunity to listen. I'm going to be following this video up with a Street Fighter gameplay as soon as that gets out. I do have a quick question for anybody else. If you did stick around, you're amazing. Is your download speed particularly slow? I kind of feel like it has been slow for me. I've tried downloading a few games and that says 32 minutes. If this were my PC, which is right in front of me, I'd say 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. We'll go ahead and close out Modern Warfare. But I honestly, I'm kind of confused. I don't know if there's some kind of technical limitations that I'm just dumb and don't know about, but at least for the time being, I feel like maybe I have something set wrong. And if you know a fix, let me know. If that's just how it is, let me know. I think I'll leave today with, I appreciate every single one of you guys who have viewed my channel, who are subscribed, who are liking my videos, interacting with other people in the comments. You guys have been incredible. I love waking up in the morning to go see what you guys have said, respond, and just have a good interaction with all of you throughout the day. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I know for me, this has been a long week, so I'm just going to take today, tomorrow, and the next to just play this and just have a good time. And I hope every single one of you guys does as well. Fingers crossed you don't have a faulty device and have to worry about returns and all that stuff. And I've heard some of your guys' comments. Some of you guys feel like you have faulty devices. I covered that in a previous video that I'm working on publishing, but hopefully you guys don't. But with that, have a good weekend, and see you guys in the next one.